ASEAN's resiliency. The resilience of ASEAN citizens has been tested numerous times during natural calamities and disasters. Now, ASEAN will strengthen the coordination and collaboration among relevant sectoral bodies and their partners in enhancing the capacities of ASEAN member states in responding to disaster health situations. ASEAN, a model of regionalism, a global player. 50 years of the ASEAN Way and its unique brand of regionalism has transformed Southeast Asia into a region of peace, stability, and prosperity. ASEAN will continue to take active part in shaping regional and international developments through the ASEAN-led mechanisms and its partnerships with other stakeholders within and outside the region. Over 250 meetings. As the Philippines' ASEAN Chairmanship comes to a close, we look back to a meaningful year with fruitful results. The journey of Philippines' Chairmanship of ASEAN 2017 ends here. But the work doesn't stop. The next 50 years will show an ASEAN that continues to provide for the good of the people and of the region. ASEAN will engage the world with a unified voice, singular action, and an affirmed pursuit towards peace, stability, and prosperity. We can all be partners in generating positive change in the lives of our citizens. I am ASEAN. This is my home. This is my future. This is our future. Together. ASEAN 2017. Partnering for change. Engaging the world.
Ladies and gentlemen, His Excellency Rodrigo Roa Duterte, President of the Republic of the Philippines.
Kindly sit down. Thank you for your courtesy. Excellencies, heads of state and government of ASEAN member states, ASEAN Secretary General Lee Long Ming, former President Gloria Macapagal Arroyo, Senate President Aquilino Pimentel, and the other members of the Senate present, honorable members of the Diplomatic Corps, Foreign Affairs Secretary Alan Peter Cayetano and his lady, Executive Secretary and Asian National Organizing Committee Chairperson Salvador Medaldia, fantastic, and the other members of the Cabinet, members of the House of Representatives, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. We have come to the conclusion of our series of meetings during the past 2 days. It was an honor having fruitful and productive exchanges with you on these issues of regional and global importance, which we hope to translate into concrete actions that would benefit the peoples of our region. We have adopted and noted a number of declarations, statements, and action plans across the 3 pillars of ASEAN community, and on ASEAN's relations with the dialogue partners, which reflect our desire for greater cooperation in addressing a multitude of concerns facing the region and our people. We have finally completed, signed moments ago, the ASEAN Consensus on the Protection and Promotion of the Rights of Migrant Workers. This historic governmental document is our promise to our people to strengthen social protection, access to justice, humane and fair treatment, and the access of health services, among others. As the Philippines' chairmanship of ASEAN grows to a close, I reiterate my commitment that my country, as ASEAN chair, will remain steadfast in upholding the ideals and values we hold dear, and in working for the realization of shared aspirations. We remain committed to building a strong and resilient Asian community. Over the next 50 years will require deeper efforts of the next 3 C's: community, centrality, and connectivity, if we are to realize our Asian vision by the year 2025. Our chairmanship was an auspicious one for ASEAN, as we also mark the 50th anniversary of its founding. We thank the ASEAN member states, our dialogue partners, plus various stakeholders in our societies and international community in general in celebrating with us what has become one of the most successful regional organizations in the world. It has been an utmost pleasure and honor for the Philippines to have hosted you and your delegation throughout the year in various meetings, activities, and events. We hope that you have taken with you the warmth of Filipino hospitality and the genuine care and affection that we give to our guests. Following the Philippines' chairmanship of ASEAN this year, we are now eager to host the 51st ASEAN Development Bank annual meeting in May of 2018, which we hope will allow us to enhance economic linkages in the region and beyond. We thank all of you for your unwavering support and cooperation in making our chairmanship of ASEAN and in the celebration of the ASEAN's business 50 years a success. In 2018, Singapore assumes the mantle of ASEAN Chair. The Philippines will be there with you and will be working with you, with other ASEAN member states, dialogue partners, and external parties in moving ASEAN community towards building forward. Having said that, Your Excellency, Prime Minister Lee Hsien Loong, I have the honor on this auspicious occasion to hand over final the chairmanship of ASEAN to the Republic of Singapore, effective 1 January 2018. Maraming salamat po.
The Philippines will now hand over the ceremonial gavel, signifying chairmanship of the ASEAN to the Republic of Singapore. May we request His Excellency Prime Minister Lee Hsien Loong to please go on stage to receive the gavel from President Duterte. His Excellency Lee Hsien Loong, Prime Minister, Republic of Singapore, with his acceptance message.
Okay. President Duterte, fellow ASEAN leaders, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. May I congratulate President Rodrigo Duterte on the Philippines' successful chairmanship of ASEAN. Your chairmanship has coincided with the commemoration of the 50th anniversary of the founding of ASEAN. Together with our partners, we celebrated the maturing of ASEAN into a community focused on regional peace, economic integration, and constructive engagement with our partners and with key players in the international community. ASEAN has built a stable, open, and inclusive regional architecture, one that has brought about security, growth, and development for our peoples. I would like to thank the Philippines and yourself for moving ASEAN towards deeper integration with the theme, Partnering for Change, Engaging the World. I'd also like to thank the Philippines also for its chairmanship achievements under each of the 3 ASEAN pillars, including the finalization of a framework for the Code of Conduct of parties in the South China Sea. The conclusion of a free trade agreement between ASEAN and Hong Kong. And the adoption of an ASEAN consensus on the protection and promotion of the rights of migrant workers. I would like to thank the Secretary General of ASEAN, His Excellency Mr. Lee Long Min, and his staff at the Secretariat for their dedication in supporting the many ASEAN meetings and the heavy ASEAN agenda. I welcome the incoming Secretary General, His Excellency Mr. Lim Jock Hoi. Singapore looks forward to working closely with you and with the Secretariat to strengthen ASEAN's community building efforts. As the incoming chair of ASEAN, Singapore hopes to build upon the good work done by past chairs and continue our integration journey to foster a close-knit community that our citizens can benefit from. We live in a rapidly changing world. To keep ASEAN a central and dynamic driving force that can deal with the challenges and opportunities, Singapore's chairmanship focuses on the themes of resilience and innovation. In order to promote and uphold a rules-based regional order so that we can better deal with emerging security challenges such as cybersecurity, transnational crime, and terrorism. With innovation, we can press on with regional economic integration and enhance regional connectivity so that ASEAN can remain competitive and prosperous, and we can find new ways to manage and harness digital technologies and equip our citizens with skills and capabilities, and keep ASEAN a vibrant and dynamic place for our peoples to live, work, and play. We will also continue to build relations with our external partners. In the coming year, ASEAN will hold special summits in Australia and India. It will celebrate the 45th anniversary of ASEAN-Japan relations and the 25th anniversary of the ASEAN Regional Forum. As country coordinator for ASEAN-China dialogue relations, Singapore will continue to promote closer ASEAN-China cooperation, including initiatives to commemorate the 15th anniversary of the ASEAN-China Strategic Partnership. Building on the work of past chairs, Singapore will continue to enhance cooperation at ASEAN-led fora, including the ASEAN Plus One, the ASEAN Plus Three, the ASEAN Regional Forum, the ASEAN Defence Ministers Meeting Plus, and the East Asia Summit. Singapore is honoured to accept the gavel and the chairmanship of ASEAN from our excellent host, the Philippines. And I look forward to working with all our ASEAN partners and to welcome all ASEAN member states to Singapore in 2018. Thank you very much, and mabuhay.